Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Solomon SK and thank you for tuning in to Whiskey and RPGs. Before we get started, I wanted to let you know that I am going to make a few changes to the channel. To keep a long story short, it keeps, or no, not keeps, but rather it takes me about almost 10 hours to complete one episode, and although I do enjoy making this kind of content and being able to talk about it and kind of cover some of the stuff that's going on within the RPG and MMO industry, I'm gonna get burnt out super fast if I continue to do this every week. So with that being said, I'm gonna try to go for more of a podcast kind of look and feel rather than a really well developed polished video. I think they both have their pros and cons, but I'm primarily doing it so I spend a lot less time editing, because again, I'm just a one-man band here. I do everything from the research to the jokes, the download, the recording, edits, and yeah, it goes on, and for those of you who run their own YouTube channel, you actually understand some of the um, arduous work that could go on into making videos. So to spend less time editing, I'm just gonna go ahead and put some of the imperfections in there as well. I have a huge time, or not a huge time, see, like right there, I have a huge problem with mispronouncing things, stuttering, saying ums and ahs a lot, and although cutting those parts out of the video would be very see, like I did, would be very beneficial to my channel, I believe, but at the same time, I don't want to get burnt out because I just started, and to not want to do this before I could even really get started for me would be the bigger loss in my opinion. So those are the changes that I'm gonna do. The videos are gonna, again, as I said before, gonna look less polished, but I hope I can still provide good details about some of the stuff that's going on, and I really do hope that you guys stick around anyways. So let's just get jumping, or blah, see, just right there. Let's just jump right into it. We got a lot to talk about. Again, my name is Solomon SK, and let's get started, guys. Cheers. So first up, Lord of the Rings released its newest expansion called Minas Morgul a few days ago. Players now have a new level cap of 130, along with two new dungeons called Morgul Vale and Mordor Besieged. I'm probably butchering those names, so I do apologize. New crafting guild benefits and Black Book of Mordor quest also has been added. The official forums, if you go to Lord of the Rings or lotro.com/forums, shows a more in-depth look into the update. And let's see, the official forums of Lord of the Rings Online's website also lists the significant changes of the Runekeeper and Warden class. Not sure if these changes are good or bad, because I haven't touched the game since launch, but the changes seem pretty significant. If you actually look at, if you look towards the bottom as well, it also seems like they've done a massive update to some of the bugs, changed some items around, and as well as the quests. I thought there were pre-orders, but I was wrong. The same 3 editions that you could buy before the release of this expansion are still available. If you scroll down, again, the base or the standard edition will cost you $40, the collector's edition will cost you $80, and the ultimate fan bundle will cost $130, giving you the most swaggins. See what I did there? Swag? Baggins? Swaggins? Swag? Yeah? No? Okay. This is gonna be a long episode. But you know what? I regret nothing. I don't really keep up with the game anymore. Again, I tried it at launch, but that was years ago. I don't even remember my own username and password. But if you still play this game, let me know in the comment section below why you still play this game, and actually give us reasons why any of us should. I would love to know what you think about this game. So I know Ashes of Creation has been getting a lot of mixed feelings, especially earlier this year when they introduced their new Battle Royale mode, and that irritated a lot of people. But the MMO RPG aspect of the game is still being worked on, judging from what I've seen in their past live streams. Now, they did show some gameplay footage of the siege mechanics. The walls and bridges are destructible and may even end up being obstacles when they collapse, which I think is really cool. You also got to see the way they work the trebuchets in the game. They've also are making some tweets, wow. They are also making some tweaks to the classes, trying to make them feel more unique based on the feedback that they got from the battle royale testing. They are also working on providing alpha 1. That's in the works right now, and they're trying to make it as enjoyable as possible, in their words. They also showed a lot of concept art, and they also showed the mounts that will be in the game and how they moved and things of that nature. Now, I couldn't watch the entire live stream because it's 1.5 hours long, but if you're a super fan and you're really looking forward to this game and you watched everything, let me know down in the comment section below what I missed that might still be worth mentioning. Regardless of what happened in the past, I hope they stay on track with releasing the MMO according to their original focus that was explained by creative director Steven Sharif. They had a vision of an MMORPG that gave players a level of freedom that's never been seen before, where player choices had real consequences in the server. And that's why I'm still really excited about this game and looking forward to it. So time flies because I completely forgot about EVE Vegas that happened last week. MMORPG posted a small article showing us, and in my case, reminding me of some of the new things that are going on within the game. On a side note, I think the game looks absolutely beautiful. I'm a huge sci-fi fan, but if it weren't for the huge learning curve of the game, I would love to just jump in and try it out. But on top of that, I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm very sick. Yes, I've been keeping it from you, and it's something what I like to call Steam syndrome, where you're excited about playing a game, but you just never end up playing them. And if you do, you end up playing them years later when it's not really relevant anymore. So I know I'm not the only one with this syndrome. I know many of you out there have it too. And I just hope that we could all band together and find the cure, I guess. Again, in the last segment, the video is quite long, so I wasn't able to go through the entire presentation. They did showcase some really amazing things like facial tracking technology of Aura. And if you don't know who she is, she's sort of the in-game AI that kind of teaches you the ropes. And I thought that was pretty cool. I don't know if they're actually going to release that sort of technology for players, but I think they're just showing the sort of tools that they have for their disposal. My main takeaway, or what I felt was the overall message of the presentation, is that they are massively improving and updating the game, because remember, the game was released back in 2003, and the fact that they're still around and profitable is a huge accomplishment. Again, some of the improvements they're making are improving the graphics and the animation so that the world feels more immersive. Gameplay elements such as ship travel and combat are also being tweaked. Sound is also being redesigned, and they're also moving their environmental template system from Python to C++, and the list just goes on and on and on. Again, like in the last segment, I couldn't watch the entire presentation because it was very lengthy, but again, if you're a huge fan of this game and if there's anything that I've missed, please let me know in the comment section below what would be worth mentioning for next time. Oh, by the way, as I was recording this, they also announced that EVE will be officially coming out to South Korea on November 14th. Remember that CCP was acquired by Pearl Abyss, who are the developers of Black Desert Online, for some insane amount. It was like $40 or $50 million, if I'm not mistaken. So this move makes sense, and I really hope for the best for them. So speaking of Pearl Abyss, they announced some of the new projects that are in the works right now, and it is likely because of the preparation for the G-Star convention happening in Busan, South Korea on November 13th. On a side note, if you don't know what G-Star is, it's South Korea's largest video game trade show that occurs at the end of every year, and I think they've been doing it for the past 10 years, if I'm not mistaken. It's kind of like their version of E3 to put things into perspective. And again, this story actually comes from MMORPG.com, and the one game that does really intrigue me the most is called Plan 8. and it's all in caps, so it's probably an acronym of some sort. But no, wait, that's not the reason why it intrigues me. The reason why Plan 8 intrigues me, it's because it's an MMO shooter where you wear exosuits. Now, no one really knows about the details, but I have questions about the exosuit. Is it the size of a Gundam, or is it the size of, say, something from Anthem? It really excites me because I'm a huge mecha fan. I love everything from Gundam to Robotech to Heavy Gear. Macross, but that's Robotech. And by the way, they are also getting some help by somebody by the name of Min Lee. And who is Min Lee? Well, he's been hired as the technical director for the game, and he is one of the co-creators of the Counter-Strike franchise. So there you go, they got some help. Second title is called Crimson Desert, and this is supposed to be an open world MMORPG with a fantasy setting. But unlike Black Desert, it will involve 3 tribes who will be fighting for control for a continent called Pywell. I think that's how you pronounce it, Pywell. And the last one is called Doke 5, or Doke V, or Dokev. I don't know. All we know about this game is that it will be a collectible MMORPG. I'm guessing it might be a waifu collector game. I don't know. Okay, I know this is bad, but the reason why I say that is because whenever I see the word collectible and RPG together in one sentence, I think of waifus. or even body pillows. Anyways, guys, so expect more news from them and other companies as well, such as Activision Blizzard, next week when G-Star goes live. Now for some what I like to call MMO tidbits, and the first one comes from World of Warcraft, which they're celebrating their 15-year anniversary celebrations on November 5th, and there's a new raid called Memories of Azeroth, and that raid has a minimum item level of 380. They also returned a battleground called Alterac Valley of Old. Man, I'm butchering these names. I'm so sorry. They've also included other goodies and prizes, including a mini pet, the one you see right over here, cute little guy. The anniversary celebrations and content will be available until January 7th, 2020. So you still have a lot of time, but don't wait too long, because like I said earlier, time does fly. Oh, actually, you know what I just realized? He's flying, and I said time flies. See, you see what I did? Yeah. Okay. So this next bit of tidbit comes from MMOculture.com, and it's about a new MMO called Grand Saga. The teaser trailer of this game was released a few days ago, and it looks like an anime MMORPG and is being developed for both the PC and mobile devices. The company is called NPixel and is being developed by former employees of Seven Knights. I never heard of Seven Knights before, but yeah, there you go. Game utilizes the Unreal 4 engine. Don't know a whole lot about this game, so it's definitely in my radar now, and I will update you guys as more information is released. So I know a lot of us here in North America and Europe are still yearning for more information regarding the release date of Lost Ark, or even beta informations, but I'm still really hopeful. I think a really popular game like that would do well here, and I know you guys are hopeful as well, and I guess time will tell. But anyways, the reason why I've included this game here is because the South Korean version is getting their 16th new class called the Holy Knight, and it will use the Faith meter, or the Faith gauge, to boost combat power to its teammates. Just again, a little side note, the game did go into open beta, but only in Russia. So all you really need is a VPN and the English language pack to play it, which is a hell of a lot better than playing the Korean version, because even if you were to obtain a South Korean version of a social security number, downloaded the English language pack and play it, there's still a chance that you might be banned, because if you don't speak Korean, then it'd be kind of obvious that you're not the owner of that account. So, or at least that's what I hear. I'm not exactly 100% sure if that's the case, but I have no reason to doubt it. So Citadel Forged with Fire has been released for the Xbox One and PlayStation 4. Now, if you're not familiar with Citadel, it's a sandbox MMORPG, and people have been comparing it to games like Ark because they both have survival mechanics and or survival features and building mechanics in the game. It also uses the Unreal 4 engine, and it actually looks really decent considering the game is about 4-ish years old. So if you're a console owner and would like to play a sandbox MMO, well, here's your chance. Now, I know this isn't a very popular game amongst well, let's just say that this game is receiving a lot of hate because of the original Bless Online game. If you guys don't know, Bless Online was released, I believe, earlier this year, and it was a complete disaster. It managed to anger and upset a lot of players to an extent that I've actually never even seen before. And yeah, it's but for whatever reason, I guess some people out there think it's worth trying to do a part 2, if you will, and try to salvage whatever they can from the franchise. So they've actually gone in and they're going in and doing an open beta for the Xbox One version that started today on the 7th. But admittedly, the game looks gorgeous from what I've seen so far. But if they go the pay to win route again, which I heard was really bad, even worse than Arcade, if you could even believe that, it's gonna, you know, it's gonna be a franchise that no one is ever going to care about ever again. So hopefully, I figured if Arcade Unchained can change people's mind, maybe Blessed Unleashed can also change people's mind as well. We'll see. I'm still willing to give them a shot, you know, why not? But until then, I will keep you guys updated in terms of the actual release and whatnot. So Blade and Soul is kicking off their Golden Harvest Festival, and it will take place between November 13th and December 11th. You could exchange a currency called Harvest Dinners at the Dragon Express for rewards. There are Dragon Festival or Feast bags as well. There's also different events like the Cold Drag Fever and Hunksil's Draw. Oh my goodness, I'm butchering these names, I apologize. Basically, there's a lot of stuff going on. And last up is, of course, Final Fantasy XIV. They actually released 5.1 not too long ago, and they're already going to release 5.11, which is really cool. They keep updating the game, continuing to grow. And that's going live on October 12th. Along with some bug fixes and balance tweaks, 5.11 will introduce the Ishgard restoration content. They will also, the Alexander boss fight will be also getting a ultimate difficulty. And it really seems like Final Fantasy XIV is going to be really finishing strong this year, and good on them. I didn't think they'd be able to recover from their disastrous initial launch, but hey, they proved me wrong, and I'm very happy about that. So there you have it, guys. There is episode 3 of Whiskey and RPG's MMO news. I do appreciate your guys' support. Again, I know there's going to be some changes from my previous videos, and I hope you guys bear with me on that. But for those of you who already subscribed and left likes and comments, I really do appreciate it. Brick by brick is a motto that I'm trying to go by right now in my life, and every single like, every little support that I get means significant amount to me, at least, because I'm just starting out. I'm having a lot of fun with this, and I really hope it shows, and I really hope you guys enjoy what it is that I'm making. And if there's anything that I could improve upon, just let me know. And again, I'll be working on my ums and ahs and stuttering and stuff like that, and hopefully that's something that I do get better at as the time goes by. So again, I really do appreciate your guys' support. Have a wonderful night, have a blessed day, and I will see you guys soon. Cheers.